Pack your suitcase and move before they flip your name into a criminal file. A betrayal is being written in your absence, and the person behind it knows every detail about you. They are turning your truth into a trap. Archangel Michael says, there is a shadow moving silently through your life, collecting the pieces of your story to rewrite it against you. This is not a warning made of whispers, it is a thunderous strike waiting to hit if you delay. A betrayal is unfolding while you're unaware, and your name is the target. The walls around you have ears, and the hands shaking yours have ink stained from signatures you never wrote. Someone is turning your kindness into evidence, your loyalty into lies, and your past into a twisted plot against your future. What they couldn't destroy in light, they are now attacking in silence. They are collecting documents, twisting your words, and editing your moments. A person very close to you has started spinning a narrative that will frame you as the villain of your own story. They are walking freely now because they are tying you to a crime you didn't even witness. Archangel Michael says, this is a setup that has been in motion longer than you realize. But it escalated recently, because something about your light made them uncomfortable. The timing is intentional, and your silence is the space they're filling with poison. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They've already met with someone in authority and presented forged words as truth. Your signature is somewhere you never placed it. The date of their plan is marked, and your absence is the only thing protecting you now. If you stay where you are, the chains will fall not from justice but from deceit. Your own footsteps are being traced back as if they belonged to a stranger. And the moment you try to speak, their false story will already be written in bold letters. Comment, I receive this warning, if this is reaching you before the damage is done. You are not paranoid, you are being pursued by someone with a personal mission to erase you and replace your story with theirs. You were not chosen to fail, but you are being forced into a war you never started. They are waiting for you to react, because your reaction will be the final stamp they need. They want to capture your confusion and call it guilt. But there is still a way out. Type Amen to get blessing 444. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. A suitcase may seem like a small thing compared to the scale of this betrayal. But the action of walking away is your shield. Moving before the flip happens is the only way your truth will remain your own. Archangel Michael says, you are not imagining the tightness in your chest or the strange energy around certain people. The person who used to call you their greatest friend is the same one drafting the lie. They are jealous of your strength and afraid of your future. This betrayal is not about something you did wrong. It is about what they couldn't become beside you. You were a reminder of everything they failed to achieve, so now they want to remove the reminder entirely. Watch their smiles closely. Behind them is a well-practiced performance meant to disguise the danger. The moment they pretend to check in on you, they are checking the timeline of their plan. Type Amen to get blessing 555. There is a woman involved who gave them the idea. She whispered something at a dinner, and he took it as an instruction. She said your silence could be mistaken for guilt, and from that point, they ran with it. Someone visited your workplace under a false name. They took pictures, recorded conversations, and captured moments without consent. These images will soon be used out of context to add weight to the fake file. The next message you receive might sound like concern, but it will be the final trap. Once you reply, they'll say you acknowledged something you didn't even know. It's crafted to sound casual but designed to entrap. Comment, I break all hidden lies, if you feel this heaviness rising in your spirit. This is not your imagination. This is the war of shadows. Type Amen to get blessing 777. There's a car that has passed by your home more times than usual. The driver changes, but the license plate is the same. That car is connected to the person trying to flip your truth. They want to catch you doing something harmless and paint it as suspicious. They are playing a long game, but they've underestimated divine timing. Your spiritual guard has been activated. Archangel Michael says, even if you don't know who to trust, trust the voice inside that's been nudging you to leave. That feeling you got at 3 a.m. to look outside the window wasn't random. It was your spirit reacting to surveillance energy. They've started recording your digital footprints. Everything from your email to your purchases are being read backwards. But they will find nothing because you've lived with honor. Type Amen to get blessing 888. The false report is being finalized. But one person in their circle is doubting the plan. That one crack is your divine opening. This doubter will soon contact you, in a strange but urgent way. They may not say much, but they'll say enough to confirm what you feel. They were never supposed to talk, but your innocence shook their conscience. They've seen parts of the file and realized your name doesn't belong there. But they're scared to fully speak up. The fear of exposure is strong on all sides. Comment, I reclaim my name, to spiritually protect your identity now. The spirit of false accusation has been following your bloodline. But it ends with you. Type Amen to get blessing 999. A family member you rarely talk to is also involved. They gave old information about you to make the file thicker. What they didn't realize is that old stories can't change your current integrity. Your phone was cloned once. You received strange messages, and someone replied without your knowledge. That's how they're trying to link you to something you never engaged in. Your silence will no longer protect you. But your escape will. Moving physically will shift the energy spiritually. Archangel Michael says, do not explain to the wrong ears. They are not confused, they are committed to misunderstanding you. Step away and let the false ground collapse on its own. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. A photo of you smiling was edited to look sinister. It will be used in a document you'll never sign. But heaven will burn the lie before it's born. You were placed in the center of this storm because your name carries weight. They want to erase you because they fear what your truth might reveal about them. But you are not going down with their darkness. Your journey isn't ending here. This suitcase isn't about defeat, it's your throne in disguise. Every step you take now is guarded by a power stronger than their plan. Comment, I walk with angels, if you are already feeling this fire around you. You've been too quiet for too long. It's time to rise. Type Amen to get blessing 5555. Your departure will confuse them. They will panic because their lies need your presence to function. When you vanish, their scheme will collapse like dust. They called you forgettable, but now they cannot forget your silence. You didn't scream, you didn't beg. And that's what makes them fear your power even more. The suitcase is not just an object, it's a symbol. A signal to heaven that you are choosing protection over pride. And that choice will unlock doors you didn't know existed. Archangel Michael says, justice doesn't always scream. Sometimes it just walks away, untouched by the hands that tried to defile it. Type Amen to get blessing 6666. They thought you were predictable. They thought they could track your moves and write the ending of your story without your permission. But they miscalculated the force that surrounds someone chosen for divine purpose. You don't need to confront them. The confrontation is already spiritual, and you are winning because of your silence. Every day you delay your move, they get bolder with their lies. The timeline of their plan is almost complete. They're counting down, expecting you to stay still and unaware. But what they don't know is that heaven has already shifted the clock against them. Comment, I cancel every trap against me, if this message is waking something deep inside your soul. That fire in your chest right now is not fear, it's awareness. A sacred awakening. Type Amen to get blessing 7777. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Your protection lies in movement, not in defense. Do not wait for a letter to prove what you already know. The evidence of betrayal is written in their avoidance, their sudden kindness, their staged concern. A digital file with your name is being adjusted every hour. They want to make it airtight. But the truth they're ignoring is that it's built on shadows. Your past kindness is being twisted. Your gestures of peace are being sold as strategy. But Archangel Michael says, heaven has captured the truth in higher records that no man can edit. There's a meeting planned in your name. You won't be invited, but you'll be discussed. That's why it's urgent now. Type Amen to get blessing 8888. Someone is impersonating you in a small but dangerous way. A phone number similar to yours is being used to contact someone you've never met. This is part of the trap. If they can't destroy you with fact, they will destroy you with fiction. But fiction burns quickly when divine fire touches it. Your exit will be unexpected. That's what makes it powerful. It is the delay in your obedience that gives their plan time to spread. Comment, I obey the divine instruction, if you're ready to claim back your timeline. Heaven is not giving you an option anymore. It is giving you a command. Type Amen to get blessing 9999. The location they are using to coordinate this betrayal is not far from where you live or work. They meet quietly, pretending to talk about unrelated things. But your name slips through their lips with poison. One person in the group carries your image in their phone. They stare at it and discuss how to discredit your next move. They know your potential, and they're afraid of what you'll become. But what they fear, they cannot stop. What heaven has blessed, no conspiracy can corrupt. Archangel Michael says, the wind is already shifting. Every lie spoken against you is returning to its speaker. The justice of God is not delayed, it is strategic. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. You are not losing anything by leaving. You are gaining everything you've been blocked from. The place you're moving to will be free of spiritual traps and surveillance. They'll call you crazy when you go. Let them. It's better to be free and called insane than be captured and called calm. Your escape is being written in golden ink above your head. Angels have mapped the way. All you have to do is move. Comment, I step into divine relocation, if you feel the shift already happening in your spirit. This isn't fear, it's instruction. It's not running away, it's running ahead. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. The person writing the file is running out of lies. But they'll push for one final scene. A public misunderstanding. Don't take the bait. Don't explain yourself to those who already chose to misunderstand you. Walk away in silence, and let their words echo back onto them. There's power in restraint. There's clarity in distance. There's safety in silence. Archangel Michael says, they don't expect you to act. They expect you to react. But your obedience to heaven's voice will crush their plot entirely. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. This betrayal was never about you, it was about what you carry. You carry a light they couldn't replicate. So instead, they tried to cover it. But light doesn't argue with darkness. It simply shines and makes shadows vanish. The suitcase is your altar now. Every step you take from this moment is sacred. Pack not just your belongings, but your peace, your truth, and your future. Comment, I move with divine fire, to activate this protection around you. No lie, no setup, no file can hold what God is breaking open for you. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. The time is now. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Every delay gives them more time to seal the document. But heaven is tearing it already. The more they write, the more heaven erases. You're not walking out of fear. You're walking in power. The kind of power that scares liars and frees the innocent. Archangel Michael says, your name is not just safe, it's sacred. It cannot be flipped, forged, or forgotten. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. They don't know what's coming. They believe their plot is sealed tight, but they forgot to consider the spiritual laws that guard the innocent. Every page written against you is now under fire from above. You are not just escaping, heaven is relocating you into a place where no lie can follow. You'll notice sudden delays in their efforts, because their confidence is now cracking. They will sense your absence before they even realize what it means. There's a name they used to plant this file. That name is cursed with jealousy. That same person who smiled with you in pictures is the one who offered your information in exchange for favors. Comment, I destroy every jealous root if this truth is waking something inside. Their smile was fake, but your survival is real. They tried to flip your name, but they'll end up flipping their fate. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. You once protected someone who's now trying to bury you. The secret they told you in private, they now accuse you of. This was never about truth, it was about controlling your voice. You have no idea how many people watched you grow and waited for your fall. But it never came. Now, they want to create one. The criminal file being drafted in your name is an illusion. It's held up by thin threads of envy, shame, and control. One touch from truth, and it will shatter. Archangel Michael says, you are not late. You are right on time. But you must not ignore the instruction to leave now. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. The person working this plan is panicking. They've started adding details to the file just to keep it afloat. The story is shifting because they know it has no spine. Someone in their circle is becoming nervous. They weren't expecting you to stay so calm. Your silence is burning their lies like acid. You have been spiritually watched over since the beginning. The setup may be physical, but your defense is divine. You are surrounded by presence, not paranoia. Comment, I walk under divine defense, if you feel this heat in your heart. You are not alone. You never were. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. Do not contact them. Do not give them any reply. Every word you give them will be twisted into something else. Let them wonder where you went. Let them question how you knew. They wanted to destroy your name, now they're left only with their guilt. This betrayal was supposed to finish you. Instead, it is exposing them. Their own file will become their downfall. Archangel Michael says, Heaven has spoken judgment already. The lies are rotting from the inside. No matter how beautiful the file looks, it cannot survive truth. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. They will hear of your name in places they never expected. Not because you fought for it, but because heaven restored it. Everything they removed, heaven will return sevenfold. Your new location will not just be safer, it will be spiritually protected. The people you meet there will honor your truth. The past won't touch your name again. This suitcase is not running. It's reclaiming. You're moving not out of fear, but out of purpose. Comment, I claim my protected place, if your spirit is ready to walk away from the shadows. You were never meant to be trapped. You were meant to be released. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. Their plan ends here. With your movement. With your obedience. You will hear rumors about yourself in the coming days. Don't react. Don't panic. They are echoes of a plan already collapsed. Let them talk. Let them wonder. You'll be unreachable. Your name will be restored in places they tried to erase it. But even more, your peace will be unshakable. Archangel Michael says, the file they wrote is now on fire. Your silence was not weakness, it was divine timing. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. They didn't just want to ruin your name. They wanted to break your spirit. But instead, your spirit has awakened something far stronger. You are not who you were when this message started. Now, you are charged with clarity. You are filled with urgency that only divine warnings can bring. Their next meeting will fall apart. Their lawyer will back out. Their false witnesses will turn on them. Comment, I silence every voice against me to seal this moment spiritually. You are entering a new dimension of power. No file can follow you there. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. This moment will become part of your testimony. You'll look back and realize this wasn't your fall, it was your flight. You were pushed, yes. But you were pushed into purpose. Let them flip their stories. Let them edit their words. You'll be too far ahead for their shadows to reach. Archangel Michael says, there is no need to explain yourself when heaven has already cleared your name. They flipped the page, but God closed the book. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. The wind has already shifted in your favor. What was once planned to bring you shame is now bringing you clarity, confirmation, and clean separation. This is not just survival, it is your sacred breakthrough. You won't even need to defend yourself anymore. The ones who stood to accuse you will begin to fall out of alignment. Their alliance will crumble, not by your hand, but by divine exposure. Your suitcase represents more than a physical departure. It is symbolic of shedding false labels and reclaiming divine placement. Every step you take away from this situation breaks another curse tied to your name. Comment, I break every false label, if you can feel the release beginning. The heaviness was never yours to carry. The lies no longer have a home. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. Soon, they will pretend like nothing happened. They'll say they were concerned or confused. But you'll know better. Their silence during your storm spoke louder than their words. Your move will cause a ripple effect in the spirit realm. Everything they tried to delay will now happen faster. Every blessing they tried to block will rush in multiplied. They played with your name like it was a game. But your name is written in places they cannot reach. You are sealed, protected, and elevated. Archangel Michael says, what they tried to flip against you has now flipped on them. Their own shadows are chasing them, not you. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. You were never the villain. You were the threat to their lies. You were the one who saw too much, knew too much, carried too much light. They had to dim you before others noticed your glow. But you cannot be hidden anymore. What is divine cannot be duplicated. Your voice will return stronger. Your confidence will be louder. Your story will become someone else's survival guide. Comment, I rise from this plot, if you're done shrinking. Your silence was powerful, but now your movement is even greater. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. This is your closure. Not because you got an apology, but because heaven gave you justice. You are leaving behind ashes and walking into fire, refining fire. You're not carrying bitterness, only wisdom. The file they tried to flip on you is now being read in reverse by angels. Every line they wrote is becoming evidence against them. Archangel Michael says, this case is closed. Your name is cleared. Your future is free. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. Their last attempt will be weak. A desperate call, a final text, a staged concern. Do not answer. Let your peace be your answer. Let your silence echo louder than their noise. You have no debt to liars. You are stepping into your rightful place. No one can argue with favor when it's heaven ordained. No one can fight what was always yours. Comment, I walk into my rightful place, and let this be your spiritual confirmation. You didn't just survive this, you outgrew it. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. They flipped your name into a criminal file. But heaven flipped your identity into royalty. You have been anointed through fire. Let them talk. Let them wonder. Let them fall apart trying to understand how you escaped without fighting. Because you didn't escape, you ascended. Archangel Michael says, the path is clear now. The danger is behind you. And your next chapter begins the moment you shut that door and never look back. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. Your suitcase is packed with destiny. Your walk is filled with divine timing. Your name is no longer in danger. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.